The main problem between men and women in dating, right? And I don't even want to say modern dating because it's just dating, period, is delusion. Why is it delusional? Why is it that men are delusional? Why is it that women are delusional? Why is it the main problem? And I put that because everyone is unrealistic about what they want or how they go about what they want. Now, I'm going to stop there and I'm going to break this down really quick. People want unrealistic expectations based on what they would rather desire or try to be like, I need the other half in my life, rather than realizing that they're whole already. People become unrealistic on certain expectations of what they can even offer. And the thing is not even about offering and to be transactional. The thing is that it's about being meaningful in the connection. And being meaningful doesn't know what transaction is. You can have a standard in mind, right? But as you meet somebody, that clicks into a different type of chemistry if they surpass this type of standard. That's why if you're having a good time with a conversation with a lady who you deemed as in your mind, maybe, oh, she's the type that I got to spend money on in order to, so she can be mine. But those standards that she may have in mind or even put on social media are nothing compared to what she actually is in real life. She can have the same mindsets and belief, but how I made her feel exceeds the expectations or standards that she has. See, people miss out on an actual connection because they're trying to just go off of unrealistic things. But there is too another world where those expectations or standards, it doesn't really exist. So it exists and it will only fit with those who exist within that group. Let people have their standards, let people have their beliefs or whatever. The thing is that if they attach themselves to this expectation or standard, and they're only thinking, I got to get this type of thing, they can actually miss out on a really meaningful connection, whether that's with men or women. Now, another thing that I put too is everyone is unrealistic about how they go about what they want. And this one is funny to me because guys want to approach women, right? You want to approach that 10 looking shorty over there, or women also want to get with this certain guy. How are you going about it? See, guys have an unrealistic expectation thinking that I need to learn the best pickup line. I need to have a sense of bravado or ego to myself in order to approach this lady. I need to impress her off rip. On the last conversation, it was talking about I need to see if I like her. Everybody needs to have that mentality. Specifically for my man, it's unrealistic trying to be transactional, but you want something meaningful. Just as Boxy said, most people are lonely. And what happens down the line, you will be lonely. You feel like no one understands you. You feel like you're getting no dating results as a man. You're not getting connections. You don't feel the depth. The reason is because you're going about it the wrong way. And you may get some connections, but how long will these connections last? How long is it until she cuts you off? Or until he cuts you off? Or until you guys both realize this ain't it? But it's not it because how you're going about it. You don't need to be performative. You perform, you're going to become her entertainment. You don't need to perform. You are enough. Being able to desire a woman is already enough. Don't mean you got to be all sloppy and weird with it, but you can take your time and have a conversation. That's the unrealistic expectations comes from a place of delusion and takes away from real connection. One of the biggest things that I put too is men try to go for women who play them. All right. Especially men who are getting pushbacks from a lady and he's having to sell himself now. Now he has to persuade. I made a video before and I was talking about how to smoothly invite a woman out without convincing her because whether men know it or not, that delusion is there and you're persuading women to stay with you. You're persuading women to have a drink with you. You're persuading a woman to be in your presence. And where does it come from? They may think it's a challenge. They're tricking themselves. Delusion. If she gives me a little bit of pushback and hesitance, then that means I just got to show a little bit more. Delusion. If a woman is feeling you, she's going to feel you, bro. Oh, she just got a busy schedule. Women that got busy schedules, CEOs, businesswomen, entrepreneurs, women that got 2 jobs, 3 jobs, women that got kids. It doesn't matter how their time and schedule is. They will make time for what they want. That's the truth. The delusion is thinking, I got to just keep hitting her up and keep communicating with her and keep letting her know, hey, this is what it is. I got to remind her. Delusion. When a woman's desire is there and she enjoys the conversation, she enjoys you, none of that matters. Communication can happen. Now, this doesn't even mean that she doesn't have a busy life, but the communication within that. I do want to see you this weekend, but next week will be a little bit better for me because I do want to see you again. My schedule is normally busy. I do want to see you at this time, even if it's just for an hour. I can come see you after work. I can come see you where you are. I'll drive over there. That will occur, and and it's not just having this magic tricks and steps. Of course, you got to be able to have a good conversation and be enjoyable, but the delusion of thinking you need to do more for her to like you is delusional. Now, for the ladies, women settle for men who they don't really like. That is delusional because you don't really want that. There was even a lady that I spoke with a couple of weeks ago with a man, right? He likes her more than she likes him. Women have told me multiple times, I'm settling, and I know I am. You're only staying with him for what he can provide and what's safe, and it's going to be in your control and in your power, and you're able to move the goalpost the way that you wanted to. But truly, you don't even really want that. So a delusion. That is an illusion, and you know it is. And what gets me more about men and women is that they both can be conscious at times of what is happening, but they still run into the delusion. Why? Is it because delusion is just safer for you guys? Is it because it's easier? Is it because that's all you know? If you can be honest with me and just say, hey, you know what? This is the best I could do. I respect that more than someone who is lying to themselves. Because the main problem in modern dating and dating nowadays is delusional people, unrealistic expectations. How do you want a man, right? You want a man to do all these things, but you settle for the one guy who will be up under you the whole time. You're delusional because you know that you're not going to really like him and you don't like him like that. But you're just sticking with the program because this may be easy for you. Maybe the guy that you actually really want, you want him, but you can't really. You're like, fuck, but he's going to do his thing and I can't stand that. So you feel like your back is against the corner. You're either going to line up to be with him or you're going to take with what you can settle with. Same thing for you men as well. Being delusional with certain women that are just there because they're easy. Some of y'all just be with women just cuz, which is weird. Because personally for me, I enjoy genuine connection. I enjoy passion. I enjoy desire. I like being desired. And I like desiring. I'm not with something just to be there and just have it there. What is missing is that there is no fulfillment. And why would you not would like to be fulfilled in life? Not to say that that's the end all be all for fulfillment, the world, oh, to have a partner. No, really the fulfillment because you are able to choose where you want to go and you're honest with it. That is fulfillment. You will have fulfillment out of that. But because there's the men and women that live in delusional lifestyles, decisions, there will be no fulfillment because there's no passion, there's no love, there's no desire. It's just delusion.